Hello and welcome to another Mario Party 4 minigame review. Today we're playing the 2 vs 2 minigame Cheep Cheep Sweep. Sounds like what I call the broom I bought at the dollar store. Anyway, Cheep Cheep Sweep is a minigame in a similar vein to Butterfly Blitz with a few notable differences. Like that one, your goal here is to collect as many Cheep Cheeps as you can. But where that one let you collect as many butterflies as you could, this one only lets you have a maximum of 3 Cheep Cheeps in your net at a time before you have to empty it into your team's area. You'll also have to be sneaky when getting close to the Cheep Cheeps or they'll swim away. The red ones are worth 1 point and the gold ones 2. Whichever team ends with the highest score will win the minigame.
Okay, so I found it so annoying to sneak up on the Cheep Cheeps.
Yeah, so did I. I started off going slowly for them, but even what I considered slow still wasn't slow enough and they would still just swim away.
I know, that happened to me too.
You have to crawl through the water to get a chance to catch any of these.
It's almost painful how slow you have to go.
Yeah, I mean, I get the concept in theory, but it's just kind of a slog playing this minigame. You move slowly through the water, but even that's not enough for the game and it makes you move even slower if you want to win.
And I found it kind of hard to scoop up the Cheep Cheeps. Even when they were right there, like on my feet, for some reason I couldn't get them.
Yeah, that happened to me too. It just makes it all the more frustrating.
Yeah. I think one kind of cool detail they added was that you have to go drop off the Cheep Cheeps in your team's net. It's kind of an annoying thing to have to do, but it adds a little bit more dimension to this minigame and makes it a little bit more challenging. Unfortunately, getting those Cheep Cheeps is super annoying.
Yeah, it is. It's also rewarding to catch the gold ones before the other team does and pull out ahead, but it doesn't really save this one. In fact, we found a weird little loophole in this one where if your team takes the lead early, you basically don't have to do anything except stand by the other team. If you stay close to them, but run around, it'll scare all the Cheep Cheeps away and the other team will never have a chance to catch another one. So whichever team pulls out ahead first is basically ensured to win.
I feel like when we did that, it kind of broke the minigame, but doing it was a little bit more rewarding than catching the Cheep Cheeps.
Yeah, this minigame's not great, but there are slight little parts of it that do feel a little rewarding. It probably shouldn't feel good to screw over the other team, but it does. But overall, it doesn't really help this minigame too much. Even though you can find your own fun in it, there's still not a whole lot of fun to be had. You have to wade through the water so slowly, and you have to slow yourself down even more to have a chance to catch the Cheep Cheeps. It makes it really unfun to play, not to mention the fact that you can break this minigame if you pull out ahead first. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to give this one 2 stars out of 5.
Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this review, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. You know, usually we tell you the name of the next minigame, but we'll leave you on a cliffhanger for this one.
If you want to find out what we're playing next, come back to watch our next video.
Hope to see you then.